Hello, beautiful people. Wayne Hackman here, aka Waxstar, for the purpose of this video, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. Yes, this is Sunday evening. It's the 13th of February, which means only one thing. I have a free night. I'm not going to do any activities this evening. So I'm going to call CQ on 20 meters. Now, the last few weeks haven't been great. Maxed out at a total 2 contacts, and last week I had to go hunting for a couple of contacts. So I don't know how well tonight is going to go. I've started the stream a little bit later. It's 25 past 6 at the moment. That's 25 past 3 Zulu time, in the hope that we might be able to get some activity. There's a wee bit of activity on 20 meters. I've seen a lot of RTT, a bit of CW, and certainly, as always, a lot of FT8. So I don't know if anybody is connecting or at all. Maybe you might be someone that connects to me tonight. I don't know. But as always, if you are on the chat, by all means, send a post to me. And if it's quiet here on the radio, then certainly I can engage with you guys on the chat, which I'm looking forward to do that. So I've got my logbook open. The radio is set. Where it is? There it is. The radio is set. You can see that there is a little bit of activity. We'll pop me up in that side. Pop myself up in the top left-hand corner. And let's switch the radio on and hear what is going on. So, as always, we will see what's going on there. Microphone is wired into the radio. I've tuned up. Doesn't seem to be a lot going on this frequency. I have been monitoring it for a while. I don't know how successful I'm going to be tonight. It would just be lovely if we get contact after contact after contact, but I don't know. Find my switch. Let's call CQ. Good evening, world. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Over. Let's see what happens. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Over. Okay, I think that's good. Good evening, world. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from central Kenya. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. So the good news is I have got a week off, which means 2 Sundays where there is no commitments. This Sunday evening and next Sunday evening. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. Now, again, this morning on my net, I got a 5.9 plus. So I'm not doubting the output of the antenna. My query is whether or not I'm going to hear anything coming in. I have got my little phase thing active at the moment. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from central Kenya. CQ. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. I'm very excited. My web SDR is up and running. I'm just waiting for my public IP address to be reassigned to me, and then I'll make that public to anyone who wants to listen. I had a little bit of fun with it today. Noticed that 15 minutes was howling. 15 meters was howling, rather, and was able to go online and then switch the big radio on the IC 7300, and I've got some contacts. Got Pakistan, Indonesia, Kuwait, South Africa, Poland, Switzerland and Russia. So a nice combination of things, really. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from Central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4 WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. So we'll keep calling. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from Central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4 WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from Central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4 WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from Central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4 WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Excuse my sneeze there, people. Never good to CQ. Number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from Central Kenya. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ. Let's see if virtual Wayne. Drinking Tusker this evening. Sunday evening, nice cold beer. I've even got the t-shirt on as well. There we go. And at 8 o'clock tonight, I've got a new video coming out. I finally installed the air compressor into the Nissan Patrol. So if this doesn't go anywhere tonight, certainly there's something to look forward to a little bit later on. If you are a follower of the channel, do click subscribe. It always helps the channel. I was just very quickly looking at my contacts that I've made today. I think the most interesting one that I got today was Pakistan. But my web SDR actually picked up some Atlantic Ocean islands. Got right up into Siberia, into the Arctic Circle. Anyway, if you're on the live stream, don't forget that you can send me a chat streaming live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and also, of course, that old favourite YouTube. So having somebody just say hello on there just keeps things a little bit more interesting. Otherwise, I'll just keep the radio, let the radio keep calling CQ. Now, this is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. Sunset today is about 5 to 7. So we'll trail the grey line and see if anyone picks up. And remember, if you've got a radio, you can by all means try and contact me. I'm calling CQ on 20 meters, 14.176 kilohertz. CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. Now, on my QRZ page, I've been hunting awards. Been trying to get... So I've got Master of Europe, Grid Squared, Continents of the World and also World Friendship Award. The one that I have been hunting and just can't seem to get there is, let me just call it up on my QRZ page now, is the DX100. Now, I actually have 100 countries on my award book that has been registered, but I just can't seem, but my log just says only 87 of those are confirmed. So I'm so close, but I've been so close for so long. I'd love to get that award at some point, maybe this week. This is 5Z4W. So nothing yet. Been calling CQ now for about 11 minutes. Of course, we know how radio works. It takes a while for people to scrub the bands and the propagation to be correct before anyone might respond. And we know 20 meters isn't particularly great for Africa. But looking at the propagation earlier today on my web SDR, there's a possibility that we could get into Europe tonight and maybe further afield. It'll be great. Listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. I know the sun is doing crazy things at the moment. Even 2 rocket launches. I know that SpaceX and another rocket this week has been affected by all the crazy stuff that's going on in the ionosphere. Elon Musk lost all of those satellites.
This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Just curious. I've already got a compressor going into the into the radio. Sometimes I run the radio compressor because apparently the IC730.
CQ. This is 5.
Yeah, that's cleaner.
Hotel calling CQ.
Much cleaner.
This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
So there's a little activity below, there's a little activity above. People are powering up their amplifiers, I like to imagine.
CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ. This is 5Z.
Dead 4 WH calling CQ.
Standing by. Over.
So how are we going to do? Things are quiet. There is no...
CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
So it's interesting. My club has a access to doing the US license. I'm going to the US this summer and thought about doing my technician to see if I can get an American call, which will enable me obviously to then perhaps take a little handheld with me. I know the 2 meters and the 70 centimeters is quite good there.
WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Come on, world, wake up!
CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Well, while the radio does the work, It's just a waiting game at the moment in the hope that someone might make contact.
CQ, this is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ. CQ, this is 5Z4 WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Well, guys, if you're waiting for me to get some action tonight regarding making some contacts, perhaps go over and check one of my other videos while we're waiting for me to seed the airways. Would be very good to get some nice contacts. So my new video, Under the Bonnet air compressor into my Nissan Patrol, is going live at 8 this evening. It's the 13th of February today.
CQ, this is 5Z4 WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ, this is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ,
this is
5Z4 WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
So 20 and 30 minutes should be good this evening. But like I say, it's always an unknown when it comes to, you know, radio.
CQ, this is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, this is 5Z4 WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Come on, world, wake up! It'd be great to see if we get someone speaking to us. This is Let's Talk Africa on the 13th of February. My name is Wayne Hackman, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel for the purpose of this video. And I am really trying hard this evening to make some contacts. We've not had a huge amount of success over the last few weeks. But maybe tonight will be different, who knows? I'm just perusing the second-hand market on the QRZ page. They've got some good stuff there, but the problem with living in Africa is persuading anyone to ship it to me. This is okay. Which is probably just not a bad thing anyway, because I end up buying stuff that I don't really need. I'm still looking for an amplifier, so if anyone knows of an amplifier being sold, don't have it. Oh. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ. Calling CQ. Number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4 WH calling CQ. Listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. The radio is stopped doing his automatic thing now. CQ, 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 this is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. CQ, 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 this is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, 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 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from Central Kenya. CQ, 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 this is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, 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 number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ from Central Kenya. CQ, 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 this is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and indeed standing by, over. CQ, 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 this is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, 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 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. Just over 20 minutes in, been calling CQ for that time, nothing as of yet. Oh. What was that? CQ, 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 number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ from Central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. There was definitely something weird there. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. So there's something happening just a little bit above. Maybe someone just doing a little test on their rig before opening up. I'm hoping they don't open up, because CQ, 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 this is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, 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 number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ from Central Kenya. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and indeed standing by, over. Station, you're off frequency. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. Can't quite get you. I'm transmitting on 14.176. Over. Gone. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ. This is number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. Let's see if that station, maybe his amp is off or something like that. CQ, this is number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ from central Kenya, 5Z4WH, 5 Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. Five Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ. 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. Now, if I switch the X phase off, look at that. Look at the difference it makes. We're now going up to a whole load of interference there. A massive amount of interference. CQ, number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from central Kenya. CQ, number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4, WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ on 20 meters, 5, Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. So there's a whole lot of digital traffic. People just don't like talking anymore. CQ, 5Z4WH, calling CQ. 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ. This is number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. So we're coming up to 30 minutes now, calling CQ. Not a lot, but you can see that there's quite a little bit more activity on the waterfall, which, all being well, suggests the bands might be opening up a little bit. So let's just keep with it. 5 Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from central Kenya. This is number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ. This is number 5, Zulu 4, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, calling CQ, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, wait, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. We're coming up to sunset in 3 minutes. 3 minutes here. CQ, number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, 5 Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4, WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. Well, guys, it is the 13th of February 2022. My name is Wayne, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ on 20 metres. Not a lot of luck yet, but if we've learnt anything, things always pick up about sort of 30 minutes to 1 hour into the show. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from central Kenya. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. Let's let the radio do some work for a little bit while I have a couple of sips of my beer.
This is 5Z4.
My friend Abtuma is monitoring from Oslo. Hello, my friend. Good to see that you can't hear me up in Oslo at the moment. That is quite a big ask, I think, but we'll never know. Conditions might improve. Great for you to connect with the stream this evening. Thanks so much. Let's put the radio into loop mode. Let's see if we can hear anything.
CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Upton was saying too much digital noise. Yeah, I keep switching the X phase on and off. You can see that my background noise is coming up to sort of between 1 and 5. It's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting conditions at the moment. Like I say, I was on 15 meters earlier today doing FT8, Pakistan, Switzerland. Even a Russian station, but the Russian station was right on the Arctic Circle. So yeah, weird times.
CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Well, see, you can see my waterfall. There's a bit of activity going on. But most of that lower activity underneath the 14 there and the power meter is digital, I suspect, RTT and FT8.
CQ. This is 5Z4.
We didn't have a huge amount of success on our net today. Although I did get a signal report of a 5.9 plus. But some of the weaker stations were really difficult to hear. I suspect I'm not going to hear anyone unless they throw some power at it tonight. I mean, if that's you, throw some power at it, see if you can connect.
CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ.
Yeah, I like FT8, Abtuma. Thanks for your comment there. I like it when I'm doing something else in the office. So I've got the laptop, little Windows laptop, which actually is running all of the, at the moment, Ham Radio Deluxe and everything like that. And so I like doing it when I'm doing other things. So I can have half an eye on it, or I'm writing a report, or, you know, just working in my office. But I really do like the talking to people. But yeah, I've got a beautiful sunset this evening, seeing out my front window here, just in front of me. I think my radio is better at transmitting and my antenna is better at transmitting than receiving. I'd quite like to play with a receive loop. Never done that before. Very curious. Although my problem is my radio, I've only got one input. So, of course, that would maybe, you know, encourage me to upgrade to something with a dual input. I don't know. Thanks to me. Yeah, talking and experimenting. Yeah, I'm not advanced on my electronics enough to build things. I'm good at building antenna. I'm not so good at the radio side of stuff.
This is 5Z4WH.
Although talking about wiring, I had to rewire my car today. What's very interesting in Kenya is when people do upgrades on their cars, they generally just twist wire together and put a little bit of tape around it. And my front lighting in my car stopped working on the bull bar, and so I went in and had a look and just found twisted wires, and some had untwisted themselves. So I've got a whole load of heat shrink crimps that I need to tomorrow just take my front bull bar off. But
WH listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Are we going to get a contact this evening? Are we going to get a contact? I'm reticent to scoot around the band to see if I can pick something up. There is a little bit of activity. My hope is that someone comes and tunes in and says hello. Last week had lovely contact from Malawi, which was great. About an old ham that had come back after 20 years. He was running a kilowatt of power, though. That was quite unbelievable.
Z4WH listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
So what's great about this is we can just let the radio do the work.
CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ. This is 5.
I'm not that much of an experienced ham, so I just have to work with what I'm used to. I tell you what, though, just looking at our chat, our little local club chat, some guys are doing some really interesting stuff with some reclaimed equipment. Someone was even talking about energy harvesting, which I thought was quite interesting.
CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ.
I've never been to, well, that's not quite true. I've been to Malawi once. I literally sat in the airport for just while Kenya Airways was transitioning through to Zambia. I would love to go visit it. Now, Tuma, you've been around a bit. You've been to quite a few places. So the person I spoke to last week was 7 Quebec 7 Charlie Tango. So what are you? You were 7 Quebec 7 Papa Foxtrot.
WH listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
So what was your call in Asia? Abtoma writes, plus Asia for 10 years. Were you a Victor United for a while? I often do speak to Victor United, Victor United 9 is it VU9, which is the Seychelles, Victor United? Well, Sierra, I can never remember what the Seychelles is. Spoke to someone last one. No, Seychelles Sierra 79, isn't it? That's right. Well, I thought starting later this evening would have a little bit more potential of hitting the grey line, but Victor 2. Okay, Victor United 2. Okay.
Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ.
Well, there you go. Having someone on the digital chat makes it all worthwhile. So good. Have you had any success tonight on the old airwaves, or Europe always seems to be quite active? I still quite haven't got my head around how propagation areas work. And I know the equators is a bit strange.
CQ. This is 5Z4WH listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Who is going to be our first caller this evening? Yeah, I hope we do have a caller this evening.
CQ. This is 5Z4WH.
Yeah, I don't. I have tried to contact a couple of sort of Arctic Circle stations before. There's an interesting YouTuber. I think she's Norwegian or she's from Norway or from Sweden, and she often live streams. I've tried to get into her stream before, and not had any success.
Listening to the frequency.
But I mean, the sun's doing some crazy things at the moment. The solar maximum is coming. You know, a couple more years. I think 3 more years to solar maximum. So one would hope we'll be able to talk around the world just on just a few watts. That would just be amazing. But my little 100 watts, although I keep getting good signal reports when I do get connected with people, so I'm wondering if my signal's getting out there. I'm just not being able to hear quite so well.
Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Well, we'll let the radio do the work and see if we can get a contact. This is a slightly longer one.
WH calling CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel.
Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out, catching with the stream, sticking with me on the stream at the moment. We're at almost 45 minutes in. Still no contacts. Will that change? Well, I'll certainly give it to the hour, maybe a little longer, and we'll see if conditions improve. Or we'll chalk it off to another week where we've not been able to make any contacts.
Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH calling CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH calling CQ, calling CQ. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, listening to the frequency and
standing by.
Over. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH calling CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH calling CQ, calling CQ. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH calling CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH calling CQ, calling CQ. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
My goodness, a noise level. If those who are watching the stream, Tumma's just written. Oh my goodness. He's just written. Oh, where are we going? wrong one. This one here I want to show.
For Whiskey Hotel.
Yeah, so my noise level is 3. I'm not running the X phase at the moment. But 7 or 9, that's amazing. I'm surprised you hear anything under that.
Calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over.
Oslo. Is that because I've never been to Oslo, but is that because of huge amounts of power consumption, unshielded power, or just?
Whiskey Hotel 5Z4.
Well, that's horrendously high.
CQ, calling CQ. 5 Zulu.
I mean, the X phase makes a big difference, and when this is over, I'll show you.
And standing by. Over.
So you can see it's about around 3. X phase on. There you go, right down. Right down. And it's supposed to take out all of the background noise.
Z4WH calling CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4.
So all the faulty equipment around, electronic equipment. I thought we were bad in Kenya, where
Calling CQ.
you know that all the sort of power poles and things like that probably haven't got shielding, or if it has, not to any real high standard. Yeah, so it's an okay. That's Tim has asked about an X phase, so it's quite interesting. I've got a receive antenna, which is a little disc cone, and it's quite interesting because what it does is, from what I understand, it just has a phase button or phase pot, a gain pot for the external, for the listen antenna, and again for the transmit antenna. And just very carefully manipulating the amount of level coming in from the gain antenna, the transmit antenna, and the receiver, you're able to cancel out some of the more, what's the word? General noise. It cancels it out and it just drops it down. I'm in two minds whether I like it, because I worry that it phases out some of the quieter stations, but it's not supposed to. So I go on and off and doing it. MFJ do something similar. For about $200-300, but this cost me about $50-60. Some Russian guy built it. I'm sure that there's a wiring schematic out there to make one.
5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4W.
So yeah, it's quite an interesting.
Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with this X phase. I took it out of the system a while back, and then I because I couldn't get my radio. It has a bypass switch, so when I pushed the foot switch, and I think the problem was as simple as I tried it again, thinking maybe there was a configuration setting in the radio that I hadn't done, but I think it's as simple as it was just a bad aux cable, and so it's interesting. I mean, if I go down to it's particularly useful on 40 meters for me. 40 meters is just it's horrendous. I need to put some more earth points in for my DX Commander. I've also run quite a long counterpoise on it as well, which has helped a little bit. But I just need to get some copper rods. Going to Nairobi next week, so I might pick up a couple of copper rods and we'll see if we can do something.
Standing by. Over.
So that's the X phase on and...
5 Zulu 4 Whiskey
I just switched it off just as the radio decided to transmit.
CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z 4 WH calling CQ, calling CQ. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, listening to the frequency.
So when this is over, you'll see that the noise level goes up now. I switched it off. Although that's not bad. You just come... Let's do some manual speaking. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from central Kenya. CQ. Number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z 4 WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. 50 minutes in, still no contacts. Is it an evening that we're going to write off as a no contact? 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ from central Kenya. Number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. Don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. CQ, number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH calling CQ from central Kenya. Number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel 5Z4WH calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ, number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ, number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. Yeah. I think the only thing, thanks, Subtona, I think the only thing that keeps me doing it is that one day I'm going to get a pile up and one day I'm going to record it. But until then, it's just me practicing my radio skills. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, calling CQ. 5Z4WH, calling CQ, calling CQ. Number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ, number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. CQ, this is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. CQ, number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ, number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ from central Kenya. CQ, number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by. Over. CQ, 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 CQ. This is number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ from Central Kenya. CQ, 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 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. Five Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ from Central Kenya. This is number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, 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 number 5, Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, 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 5 Zulu 4, Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH, calling CQ, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. Right. Let's let the radio do some work one last time, and then I'm going to call it a night, I think.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by, over.
So someone's calling CQ just above me. That's interesting.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ.
It's not showing on my radio.
Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and
standing by, over.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by, over. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by, over.
Yeah, I can just hear something actually, just above. I'm gonna stop the radio from, wait for the radio to finish its CQ calls.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is 5Z4WH, listening to the frequency and standing by, over.
Right, we're 1 hour into the stream, so I am going to do some hunting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down. So this is the RTTY. Let's just work our way up, see if we can just get a couple of contacts before I throw the towel in. See what we can get. So there's something on 14,170. Abdul, it's great to have you on the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. Makes the whole process much more interesting. Thank you. Maybe we'll have better luck next week. Very quiet tonight.
Foxtrot, Radio 1, Delta, India, calling from Reunion Island, Indian Ocean.
Reunion Island, we can get this one. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel responding.
504,
Number 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel, 5Z4WH. Roger, Roger. I just confirmed I think you said a 3x3. 3x3. You're also very quiet. I would say a 4x4, my friend. A 4x4. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel returning over. Roger, Roger. Very bad conditions this evening. Nice to connect with you. You're speaking to Wayne, Whiskey Alpha Yankee November Echo. I'll let you continue to keep calling CQ. 5Z4WH returning to Foxtrot Romeo India Delta India over. Roger, Roger, 7-3. Well, that's a Reunion Island. We'll take that. We'll take that. He's got quite a nice call. Foxtrot Radio 1. I've spoken to him before, actually. We'll take that call. We'll take that call. All right, let's continue climbing. So that was the Reunion Islands. Oh, there's something else going there. Well, his signals come right up there. So his signals come right up now.
Radio 1 Delta India calling from Reunion Island, Indian Ocean.
Oh, that's good. We got the Reunion Island. We spoke to him, Foxtrot Radio 1. I think he might be... Nothing much going on up here, I don't think. Although... Yeah, very quiet tonight, guys. Very faint station there. Let's have a look at what's going on some of the other bands. So go up to 17 meters. You can see the FT8 signal there. 15 meters where I had a little bit of success earlier. You can hear the howl of the FT8 there. Now my problem with 40 meters. Just dialing in the X phase there, see if we can get anything on this. FT8. So this is a big station, we reckon, coming down from Somalia. We're not convinced it's strictly legal because you can see all the other commercial stations at the top end of the band there. All right. Well, very quiet evening tonight, guys. Very quiet evening tonight. I'm very glad that we hit the Reunion Island, so it's certainly not going to be a no-contact night, but one contact. I've been streaming now for almost an hour and 15, so I'm going to say goodbye now. Maybe try again later in the week, see what's going to happen. As always, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, tuning in. Throw us a like, subscribe to the channel. At 8 o'clock tonight, got a YouTube video coming about an air compression system I put into the Nissan Patrol. So at least you get something interesting this evening. I'm going to say 7-3 to you now. Hopefully be back next week, if not before. Just leaves me to say happy DXing, and I look forward to catching you in the next video. Bye, everyone.